Next up, we have a nice little fireside chat, minus the fire.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Let's tune in with our special guest.
So we are here with the International WeLoveU Foundation. We are hosting the National Blood Drive. It's a blood drive across 7 cities in celebration of 21 years of service. And here we have Dr. Maria Santos with us, and she is going to share with us a little about the importance of blood drives, especially in this Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So sickle cell awareness is a blood disease. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so it's actually due to a genetic mutation, and so people are born with it. There are different types of sickle cells and different severities based on the mutations, but essentially what it does is it changes the shape of your red blood cells, which are the cells that carry oxygen to all the organs in your body. And so rather than being nice and round and plump, they're more bean-shaped or sickle cell-shaped. And that creates a problem with oxygenation because they tend to clump up more instead of flowing nicely through blood vessels, which in exchange, it causes pain because your organs aren't getting enough oxygen. And so very, very painful disease to have. It can also lead to clotting of things, which causes actual damage to an organ that may die, most commonly the spleen, actually. And so a lot of people don't have a spleen, functionally don't have a spleen by the time they're teenagers. And the spleen is actually a big lymph node. And so their immunity is less than other people's. And so people with sickle cell not only are more prone to things like clots and pain, but also to infections that are unusual.
I see. So it really is a systemic issue. It
Yeah.
affects their entire life. It
Yeah.
seems like not only just oxygenation, but also immunity. So there's many different factors involved.
Yeah.
And then, do you know how prevalent it is in the United States? Is it something that you've seen commonly?
It depends on the population. I believe there are about 100,000 people with it. It mostly affects certain ethnicities, and so people with African descent and also Mediterranean or Middle Eastern descent are more prone to it. And there are different variations depending on where you're from. And so in areas that are more heavily populated by people of those backgrounds, you'll see a lot more of it.
What does this type of volunteerism, how does that impact these patients who have sickle cell disease?
It's actually quite impactful because a lot of people with sickle cell also will have very severe anemia because the red blood cells end up getting destroyed quickly, in certain cases very acutely, so very quickly. And so their blood counts drop, and that can be life-threatening.
Right.
Because if you don't have red blood cells, you don't have oxygen.
Right.
It's not compatible with life.
Right.
And so it's actually life-saving for somebody to get a transfusion in those instances. So it literally is saving lives. And not just for adults, but if you think about it, children. Children. So it's really, really important. And I think it's really important to note that we need a diverse set of donors because, as I told you, it's genetically based. So the more alike you are genetically, the better the match will be with blood. And so that's super important.
Right. And I think, one thing that I'm really taking from your knowledge on this matter is that it's kind of a dramatic impact on people's lives. Like you mentioned about pain, you mentioned about the lack of receiving oxygen, which obviously we need for life. And you also mentioned about anemia. So it seems like it can affect these patients from everything to just their quality of life in terms of feeling pain and their ability to continue living.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Longevity, but also, like you said, quality of life. And And that's really what we want, right? We want to live, but we also want to live well.
Right.
And everybody should have the right to that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And one last message to you is actually that, we've been doing this life-saving work. Actually, what we have been inspired by the chairwoman of the WeLoveU Foundation. So her name was actually ZahngGiljah. And so she started this life-saving work even prior to 2001. And so she is really setting a model example of taking grassroots approach. I know that you personally have experience of someone taking grassroots approach to try to help their community. And she is actually inspired. Now we have, this organization of nearly 300,000 participants, and we are really, it's kind of like a volunteer fever that's happening around the globe. We're in more than 60 countries. So it's really, great work that all started with one person. So if you were to have a message for her, what kind of encouraging message would you say to her?
I love, first of all, that it's a woman with the warmth of a mother, trying to share that, because really love is what guides us and leads us to do things in a genuine and compassionate way. So I am very grateful that she has inspired so many people. And also, I'm very grateful that I'm able to participate in this. And I would just say thank you for bringing that vision, because it really is contagious and it's life-saving.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, we love you. Thank you so much for coming on to our Fireside Chat today. And we hope you continue to have a great experience.
Thank you.